Okay, we're doing it. We're here. We're live. It's spooky.
Boo!
I'm scared. I'm shocked. I'm gonna faint. So yeah, last night, I actually beat Gargoyle's Quest 2 on the NES. So tonight, I'm gonna maybe see if I can beat Gargoyle's Quest 2 on the Game Boy, to which some people might say only Gargoyle's Quest 1 was on the Game Boy. To which I would say to you, that is not correct. In Japan, the sequel was also released on the Game Boy. Which is why you're seeing all the moon language right now on the screen. So, Homeboy is telling me that I have to go to the training ground and do some hardcore training. And while I'm gone, he's going to get straight kidnapped. And there's not really any point in talking to anybody because I won't be able to read anything that they're saying. So, but obviously, if you watched last night, which I don't think you did, Eric, or you would have been talking to me, I'm sure. But the first thing you're going to notice is that, wow, the aspect ratio is, or not the aspect ratio, but the resolution is a lot smaller in this version.
I have a theory about that.
Yeah? What's your theory? Tell me your theory.
It's a Game Boy game?
Yeah, it's because it's a Game Boy game, as it turns out.
Solved it. Mystery that has plagued scientists for
countless years. Yeah. I don't actually remember which of these buildings. A lot of this is going to have to be on memory because this game is all in Japanese. Because people sometimes, the game is pretty straightforward, but there are definitely times where people tell you like where you're supposed to go next and stuff, give you hints, and I'm not going to have any of that because I won't be able to read the Japanese. So I might have to look at an FAQ or ask you to look at an FAQ.
that. I said I could probably do that.
That's good. I mean, you're playing Overwatch, and I don't want to take you away from that. Or you were, at least.
I need to finish one more. My last loot box of this week, and the...
So, Firebrand, at the beginning, cannot fly very far at all. Can't jump very high, can't fly very far, can only have one shot on screen at a time. But that does change relatively quickly.
So what are you playing this Game Boy game?
Sorry, say that again?
I said, where are you playing this Game Boy game on?
I am playing this Game Boy game on a PAL GameCube with a Game Boy player.
Okay.
That is outputting RGB SCART to a FrameMeister, and the software on it is not the standard Game Boy player software because I don't know why, but Nintendo really half-assed it with the normal Game Boy player software. The default, the disc. So I'm actually running a homebrew program called the Game Boy Interface, which was designed by a dude named Extrems. And it does everything at the correct pixel ratio. It actually even runs at the Game Boy's weird refresh rate. Or the GBAs, I guess. I'm not sure if the original Game Boy, I don't remember if that had a weird refresh rate or not, but the GBA had a really weird, weird uncommon refresh rate. And it actually will run GBA games at that rate. I played Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the GBA on stream using that last week. 2 weeks ago, maybe. The first week of October, whenever that was. Whenever I played Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Like a million years ago.
It was a million years ago. A million billion years ago. Camaristico says, "What's up, fellas?" Not much. What's up with you? So last night I wasn't sure if I was going to beat the NES version before I stopped the stream. I definitely was going to, wanted to make a go at it, but I wasn't sure if I'd be able to. And this game is actually quite a bit shorter than I had remembered. Because with all the RPG elements and the overworld that you traverse and everything, I was like, oh, that game's pretty long, isn't it? But no, it took me 2.5 hours. Now, I will freely admit that, and if you were watching, you know that I was using my EverDrive and I save stated in a couple of sticky parts. Because there is a part in this game, and I don't know if they fixed it for the Game Boy version, but there is a part in this game where, like, a continue point is anytime you get a password, that's a continue point. And there is a part in this game where you don't get a password for, like, it's like 3 levels where you don't get a password because you're running errands for people and there's just nobody to talk to who gives you a password. And if I had not been save stating, I probably would have been sent back a lot. Because there's a really nasty, stupid jump that you have to make that's like extremely precise. Like you can just barely make the jump. And if you don't make it, you get sent back like 2 levels. If you continue the way that the game normally wants you to.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, so I just save stated. And I was just like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not going back to 2 earlier levels worth of stuff every time I fail this jump, because that is ridiculous that they thought that was like a reasonable thing to do. Another thing that I quite honestly hope they did, because I have not played this version through before, I really hope that they maybe like made some of the bosses a little more of a stiff challenge, because there are some bosses in this game, including like the second to last one, and even to a certain extent the last one, where it's just like they're total pushovers, and it's like, I don't mind, I don't want to like lose 100 lives on a boss fight or whatever, but I mean, I would like to not immediately figure out the immediate and best strategy and just like walk through them, So are you doing the
yeah, I'm just doing the scene thing.
Junkenstein, yeah.
Plus, none of the other arcade modes are really cup of tea, so at least I don't have to think too hard about this.
One-on-one goes quickly, right? But was that a special thing too, or is one-on-one a thing you can do all the time now?
I don't.
Or maybe it's 3-on-3
or whatever. It was like the free-for-all thing. The other one that was available.
Yeah. So it's just like the way Quick Play used to be.
What's that?
It's just like the way Quick Play used to be, right? Where you could
pick
the same hero and stuff.
Deathmatch free-for-all.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's like, like one person, and it's also like random characters, I think, the one this week, so it's like, sometimes somebody, like, it's 8 versus 8, or not 8, but it's like 8 people total.
Right.
And so sometimes it's like, you get Lucio and Winston, and the other guy gets like Reaper and Soldier and shit.
Jeez.
It's not that.
Okay, well I game overed there, and it didn't send me all the way back to the very beginning. It sent me back to the start of this section. So maybe this is the first level, though. So I don't know how that's going to work out later on.
Play anything else? We're not streaming.
I don't think I've played a video game that I haven't streamed all month. I'm almost positive, in fact, that I haven't. Since October started, every single video game I've played has been available for the world to view at their leisure. So, what about you? What are you playing?
I picked up that new Call of Duty game.
Wow, I'm kind of surprised at that.
The first time in I don't know how long. When did
Modern
Modern Warfare 2 come out?
It
was the last one I paid money for. It's not the last one that I played a little bit of, but it's the last one that I
willingly gave up money for.
Yeah. It's like a weird smorgasbord of every like multiplayer game type available that you can just kind of like. I don't think any of them are particularly special, but it's just kind of neat to be able to. Some of it is just like the novelty of playing that game, which I haven't played in a really long time. Like the shooting model and stuff is kind of.
Is it still?
It's pretty much the same. It doesn't really feel significantly different than it did in 2008, 2009, or whatever.
Even though Infinity Ward is no more, basically, right? Or is it?
The Treyarch one? I think they do all the
It's Treyarch who does them all now, yeah.
Well, there's 3 different studios that rotate.
Are there
so
really?
One gets 3 years, basically, to make the next Call of Duty, I believe.
Camaristico says, impressive how much the music and overall gameplay is faithful to the NES you played yesterday. Yeah. The Game Boy stereo sound capability makes a difference with some of this stuff. So. And Nick Infante says hello. Hello.
But yeah, I don't know, it's just...
So how is it? Like...
There's like Team Deathmatch, and there's like a control point battlefield, and then there's the new mode that's like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Oh, that's right. They added a
and there's also like there's like their weird zombies mode, which I don't think is very good. Honestly, I'd never really fucked with that before, but it seems like a bad mod for Left 4 Dead or something.
Yeah, a lot of people are super into that though.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. Maybe if I played with 4 people I knew instead of.
I thought it was more like Horde mode though than like Left 4 Dead.
I don't. I mean, you're like
you just like fortify a place
and moving around the level a bunch, and I don't really know. I haven't played enough of it on it. It feels more like Left 4 Dead because of the pace that like you're not like in like Gears of War. You're like holding up inside of a single part of the map and then fending off of it. And in zombies, it seems like it's a little more kinetic. Like, the map a little bit more, and there's like these doors that are locked. You have to earn points unlocked, and then behind those doors are better things. And then as you progress, the zombies get more difficult, so you need to be constantly like making the level bigger, which gives. I don't really get it, but. And there's like it feels like Left 4 Dead because there's all these characters, and they're constantly quipping, kind of like the ones in Left 4 Dead, but just without any of the charm whatsoever of any of the characters in the Left 4 Dead games. I would give any, and they just constantly they just talk constantly. They never shut the fuck up, and it just like I just want a button to turn all shit off. It's just so bad.
Perfidious Leaf says, have you played this game before, Joe? I played it when I bought it, and I got it And when it arrived, I played it a very little bit to make sure that it worked, as I do when, you know, I acquire a new game. Wow, that's convenient that he can just shoot through the floor. That's cool. So the bosses are harder, and the reason why, at least in this case, is because the resolution is so low that you can't see them. Like,
I started playing on the Game Boys.
In the NES version, like, you can kind of, like, you can see most of the boss room. So you kind of have a pretty general idea of where they are and what they're doing at any given time, but not so much here.
Yeah, so I don't know. Plus, not like Call of Duty has like all the characters have special ults and hero powers and access to.
So they're just cribbing from every other like successful first-person, you know, shooter multiplayer thing.
Yeah, but to be fair, that series did like reinvent shooters for the modern era. So, and literally every other shooter is cribbed from them in some way about the last decade or so.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, when you say they reinvented it, do you mean like primarily with the experience system to get more guns and stuff?
Perk stuff, all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's RPG shit, you know.
Right.
It was groundbreaking. Get that. And also the shooting model was like, especially in terms of playing a first-person shooter on console, was kind of unprecedented at the time. So
yeah. So have they just given up on even including like a single player at this point, or is there still a?
No, there is no campaign whatsoever in that game, which was a big talking point when they were talking about it. No.
I feel like a lot of people didn't ever like. I played the campaign of Modern Warfare 2. I played through the whole thing.
Not good.
But I feel like, you know, a lot of people didn't. Someone's joined us.
Through it. The one thing that's missing from this game that I wish, and I've talked about this before, but I really like the Spec Ops Modern Warfare best thing about that game.
Oh yeah, the two-player
in a Call of Duty sense. Right?
Yeah, I like that a lot too.
I think the one thing that's missing from Gargoyle's quest is a lot of really fast cars.
That's probably true.
Like, so far, I'm not seeing any.
Well, I mean, give it time, Mike. Maybe there are some, just not enough, you know.
So anyway, I don't know. It's Call of Duty. I'm having fun with it. I like it. I think that their interpretation of the
got him that time.
The Battlegrounds, Battle Royale stuff is pretty damn good. I really like the Call of Duty shooting model. It, like, pasted into that type of game. I think that their map is not super great, but it has some fucked up vehicle physics, which is good. It's got a lot of the stuff that I like about.
I heard they got helicopters.
Yeah, I haven't seen a helicopter. I've not found a helicopter, and I have not seen anybody in a helicopter. But it's the mode that I'm probably the best equipped to actually play decently. I suck at Call of Duty, and most of the matches I've played I've been getting my ass kicked because I'm playing against people that have played a million hours of the series over the course of the last decade. But in that mode in particular, I can usually get at least like a couple of kills.
Yeah, it is a little weird that they've just been building on Call of Duty multiplayer for so long at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like trying to go, like, if you try to go back and play Quake 3 or Battlefield 2 or something, except it's like new maps and stuff, but I don't know. I still love the way, like, one of the reasons that I haven't really touched a Call of Duty in a while is because I felt like they've never actually managed to, like, put decent spawn rotations into their games. And that always left a bad taste in my mouth, and I still kind of feel that way. Like, it's still people spawn behind you and stuff, because a lot of times, especially in the like control point modes and stuff, the maps are just kind of too small, and so it's like people are unintentionally spawn camping other people. It feels like weird.
You have a level of familiarity with the multiplayer that I just don't.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's intentional. It's just like like it happens, like most of my kills that I get when I play in the classic multiplayer modes is like, oh, I spawn behind a person, or like 2 people spawned right in front of me, so I can just fucking shoot them in the back, and 2 easy kills. And that doesn't really feel great, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm still kind of. It's not that far removed from what Call of Duty was in 2008, which is kind of comfort food, and it is kind of fun to like hop from all the like the different like team deathmatch to control point to team deathmatch to control point to whatever the various other
Battle Royale
that they have to Battle Royale mode. Well, having to the shooting model, like I said, still good.
I got a shout out for Perfidious Leaf for suggesting when I said this game needed more fast cars that they make a racing game called Initial Demon.
Yeah, it was nice.
Fun like that deserves a mention.
If only Anthony were here to appreciate it.
So what about you, Mike? You been playing it?
Yep, and forcing it up.
Oh, really? Did you pick it up, or?
Well, I decided, like, I heard a lot of people talking about it on podcasts. I decided I wanted to give it a shot. So I actually signed up for a month of Game Pass.
Oh, good.
So,
I thought about doing that.
I got it for $12 Canadian.
Yeah.
Nice.
80.
I thought about just signing up since the game was $60. I kind of thought about signing up for 6 months worth of Game Pass. But I ended up just buying the game instead.
Well, so I will tell you that I'm really happy to have Game Pass to play this one game, but if you're on the PC, there's literally like 13 games on all of Game Pass that you can access.
Yeah, it doesn't have all the like Xbox 360.
Yeah, and I was a little disappointed because I saw a list which was, I guess, the wrong list. I think it was the list of Play Anywhere games, which are games you can buy on the Xbox and play on your PC, but that list is much longer than the ones that are actually the Play Anywhere games that are on Game Pass, and it is really hard to find that list. Like, the only source for that list I found is a Redditor, basically. And it is 13 or 14 games long. Like, you know, there's Gears of War 4, there's Forza Horizon 4, I think there's Forza 7, and there's Sea of Thieves, and everything else is, you know, kind of smaller stuff. But I'm really enjoying that game. I see you've played a little bit of it. Like, I've had your name pop up a few times, and it's comparing how many roads I've driven on and stuff.
Like 7 hours of it, really.
Manuel Lopez says, hey, is this a Ghosts and Goblins spinoff? It is, as a matter of fact. The official title of this version is Makaimura Gaiden, which is like Ghosts and Goblins Gaiden. Perfidious Leaf thanks you, Mike, for liking his pun, by the way.
Game, respect game.
And Rhino Nar says, hey Joe. Hey, you should say hey to Mike and Eric, too. I'm going to shoot my old lady down because I caught her messing around with another man.
Oh, don't do that, man. So is there a reason you're playing the Japanese version?
Because there is no American version of this game.
Oh, okay. So it's not just a Gargoyle's Quest.
This is Gargoyle's Quest 2.
Okay. I'm confused on the lineage of the series.
Yeah, Gargoyle's Quest Game Boy, Gargoyle's Quest 2 NES, Demon's Crest Super NES, but the second installment also got a Game Boy port in Japan only.
Oh, so this game would be both old and kind of obscure.
Yes, it would be. But it would also have the same name as a different game that came out. But if you're into Halloween-y, you know, Ghosts and Goblins Obscural Games, there's a brand spanking new episode of Obscural Games that is on this very YouTube channel that you're watching right now, that just went up today, about the Ghosts and Goblins Incredible Machines spin-off that came out on the PlayStation and Saturn.
I may have to watch that because that sounds really weird.
It's pretty weird.
Anyway, so back to cars. Cars go fast, vroom vroom. I like driving the cars.
What car did you pick?
Well, I've got,
this is the one where you just get to like race around the whole island of Britain. Is that right?
No, it's like a 15-kilometer square of England. It has Edinburgh, which is pretty cool.
It's not just England. It's Britannia, because Edinburgh is in Scotland, not England.
Yeah, there's a lot of England that is missing.
And a lot of Scotland, I'm guessing, too, that's also missing.
Yeah. But I have read that it's actually quite a faithful recreation of Edinburgh. I have been there, but I don't remember the layout of the streets very well. Like, I got up onto the high street and I could see the castle, and I was like, yep, been here, but I couldn't tell you if every other street is in the right place or not.
Hey,
it looks very much like Edinburgh.
Hey, Mike, can you do me a favor, since you're not playing Overwatch?
Uh-huh.
Can you pull up an FAQ for this game, for the Game Boy version specifically, and see if I still need to talk to someone to get a password to get a continue point? Lest I be, like, totally hosed.
Gargoyle. Let's see here.
Also, here's the thing I'm definitely noticing. Firebrand moves a lot slower on the map screen than he does in the NES version. He cruises on the map screen of the NES version, and here he is way slowed down, which I guess is like blurry. That's blurry Game Boy screen business, you know? Like, oh, we don't want...
people to be able to figure out.
Yeah.
So these are all for the NES version of the game.
That's kind of what I thought might be the case. Cardfreck says, I remember the PC version of The Incredible Machine by Sierra. Yes, by Dynamics, a Sierra company. But yeah, that was the original. Was the DOS version was the first one released, I believe. But, Alright, so this is...
Series ending fact by RayVGN.
He loves to do those. So, this guy... This is where the ridiculous jump comes in, and again, I hope they fixed this for this version, but... This guy is frozen because his magic has been contained by the evil black light that's swept over the ghoul realm. And the only thing that can help him is the Goblin Stick. So Firebrand has to get the Goblin Stick. But this is one of those things where, like, to get the Goblin Stick, he has to get a different thing, and then a different thing, and then a different thing.
I don't know why he swallowed the fly.
Right, yeah, exactly. So what can happen is that if you game over, you get sent way back in the NES version, because you have to do a bunch of different things for a bunch of different creatures to get the thing that unfreezes him, which gets you back to a place where you can get a password, and hence a continue point in the NES version. So again, really hoping that they considered that for the Game Boy version and fixed it, and that there's a town... Because there's a couple towns, they just don't have someone who gives you a password in them. So I'm very much hoping that they corrected that for the Game Boy version, because if they didn't, my chances of beating this game may go down, in one sitting tonight, it may go down sharply, because...
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to help you out here, because the only thing I can find is that series-ending FAQ.
Okay, well, appreciate you looking anyways. So this is the jump in question. Although maybe they just fixed this jump so it's not so... Oh, well. Oh, no, this is... Sorry, that's not it. This is the jump in question, I believe. Is... Oh, no, it's the next bridge. I'm sorry. This bridge is the floaty guys that shoot. Then I have to do a thing. Then after I do the other thing, then there's another bridge with a ridiculous jump. Then I have to do another thing, and then I have to go back over the bridge with a ridiculous jump, which isn't as hard going the opposite direction. And then I can get another password, and hence a continue point. So, again, hopefully we'll find out that they actually fixed that for this version, and I don't have to deal with that anymore. But I'm not super hopeful.
All these steps, it sounds like it's going to take a long time.
It sounds that way, but really it doesn't, because the levels in this game are actually pretty short, for the most part. Oh wait, is there a guy here who's gonna...
Oh, you know what? It's also I'm playing Call of Duty now, and it's probably worth mentioning that actually the biggest change is that I don't know if it's new to this game or to the other ones, but you can now instead of having auto regenerating health, you have a stim pack that you can use that's on a cooldown, and so you heal a lot faster, but you can't do it all the time, and it definitely like makes the game move a lot faster.
Well, it's on a cooldown. It's weird.
You said it is on a cooldown, or it's not on a cooldown?
Yeah, it's only like 5 seconds, but it means that you get all of your health back really quickly when you use it, but you can't use it. So it means that you're never in a situation where you're kind of like hiding in health. It encourages you to move a lot more, or at least doesn't incentivize you to. It's kind of cool.
Okay, so this is the guy. Oh, sorry, it's go find this guy Samuel who can help me. This is the guy Samuel, which is a great name for a demon. So you go find Sam, and he's like, okay, I can probably help him, but I need a knick-knack. And so then it's like, okay.
Yes, you need a pat whack and a goat.
He needs to give a dog a bone, yeah. And then he goes rolling home. It's really weird. This guy just doesn't want to talk to me.
Shit.
Alright, well, there's no password here, so that means that if I die, I go back to the previous town and have to cross the bridge with the floaty, shooty platforms again.
What are you playing this on?
I am playing this on a Game Boy player. I'm not using an emulator, and I don't have... This is not an EverDrive, so I do not have a save state option.
That's what you get for authenticity.
It is. I mean, I definitely, as I was telling Eric earlier, last night I cheesed my way around this stuff by save stating.
So Eric, to answer your question, the first car that I took was the Dodge Charger.
That's a cool car.
Okay.
Modern Dodge Charger or like a 1972 Dodge Charger?
Yeah, older. I mean, it looks a lot like the one that you see in the Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
So more vintage than modern, I want to say.
Mine was like Ford, because that.
Well,
the Subaru.
The current ones, they really
Focus.
went out of their way to make the current ones look a little more like classic muscle cars than, you know.
Yeah. I picked the Subaru also, which I haven't done a whole lot with. Like, I use it for rally races, but also I'm not maybe the biggest fan of rally races. Like, I've recently discovered the off-road category, and I think that's way more fun.
Is there a super off-road category where you have to face Ivan Iron Man Stewart at the end?
Yeah, and it's weird because all of a sudden you can just spin your steering wheel around as many times as you want.
Infinite spin on the steering wheel. Do they
Yeah,
still
I guess
make
it's
race
super-
wheels? I guess they must, right? But
They do, sure.
only
sure.
like the hugest,
I don't.
like racing game fans probably shell out for them because
Yeah.
they're probably super expensive.
I think they're like $200 or something like that.
Yikes! Yikes!
I just know that like Vinny on the Bombcast was always adamant that no one should ever buy a racing wheel.
I think he wanted to buy a racing wheel and kept it right.
He wanted one very badly and also acknowledged that no one should ever own one.
Well then,
Yeah, but I got this super tricked out like off-road Beetle for doing the off-road races, and it's just amazing.
like it's an actual Volkswagen Beetle that it goes off.
Yeah, but it's like super jacked.
That's ridiculous.
It's like it's like half dune buggy, half Beetle. It's really weird. They built like these huge ass tires, and like it's got that kind of, I don't know what to call it. It's like you can see the engine in the back, and there's like kind of like a roll bar framework sticking out the back, like if it was a dune buggy, but it's clearly in a Beetle shell. It's a good car.
Nice. That sounds just dumb enough for me to think it's super dope.
It's really dope. I spent a while driving an Alfa Romeo that I bought, and then I upgraded it, and it got like super powerful, but it's also a rear-wheel drive, and so it's really fishtaily.
Yeah. But it's an Alfa Romeo, and that's cool, I guess.
It is.
Because in real life, you'll probably never afford an Alfa Romeo.
Oh, almost certainly not. And I downloaded like the people do skin designs for the cars, and they stick the best ones up online. So I downloaded the nice Italian-themed skin to go along with my Alfa Romeo.
Speaking of dope cars, Kurt gave me a ride in his new Tesla last weekend.
You got a Tesla?
He did.
Yeah.
Dang. Model 3 or?
Model 3, yeah. Traded in his Audi.
Yeah, those things are hella, like, they go fast, so fast.
It's got way more pickup than I expected an electric car to have, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like they accelerate real fast, but they don't have quite the, like, top-end power that...
Well, I don't think Kurt's racing it, so...
No, I know.
You don't
That's
think
what
he is.
No,
I'm just saying
I
that,
don't think he
like,
is.
those motors go hella fast, but they don't, they're not going to replace, like,
60,
big
but they won't
trucks
get to
anytime soon for hauling. They don't
Oh,
have...
yeah, sure, of course. But I mean, when we got on the freeway,
People
he
drove
got on it a
them.
little bit, and it, like, it gets up
Yeah.
to freeway speed pretty fast. For a car that doesn't have a traditional drivetrain, you know?
Yeah, it's still my dream car. I haven't had a chance to ride in one yet.
There's exactly one place I know of in this area where you can charge your electric car. It's a Dunkin' Donuts. So,
There's all kinds of regular electric chargers in Montreal now, but they're all like paid parking spots. Like, I guess it's fine. Like, I don't have a driveway, so I could never get an electric car that was solely plug-in, which is too bad because they're awesome, but can't do it.
no,
There's a
I know. Well, that's
supercharger
what
in
like,
Magog.
we need to invest in
Shit.
the infrastructure. People will know.
Yeah, well, I don't know that it's I think they're more aimed for city folk to start with.
I thought you were a city folk.
I am.
Oh, I gotcha.
I think Eric might not be.
Who joined? Who's here?
You got that right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy. I
Fuck
suspected
that
it would be you. I always knew it would be you.
I always thought you'd be a little taller, etc., etc.
Would Japanese games work on Game Boy games work on the handheld consoles? I would think so.
Yes, Game Boy. All of Nintendo's portables until the 3DS were region free.
Yeah, I live pretty close to the border, so I have 2 Tim Hortons and 2 Dunkin' Donuts, and
But for Phineas Leaf, where do you live that you don't get Dunkin' Donuts? We have the occasional Dunkin' Donuts around here, although most of them went out of business. But
they're not very good, unfortunately.
Damn it.
It's whatever.
Dunkin' Donuts is fine.
No,
they have some donuts that I like.
I don't like any of their donuts. I get a muffin there once in a while. It's all right.
Not Band-Aid flavored, I hoped.
That was a one-time event.
Tim Hortons is great though. I've never been to an American Tim Hortons, and I'd like to see how they compare.
I don't know. I'm not really a coffee guy, so I don't.
You don't go to Tim Hortons to drink the coffee.
Okay. I mean, when I go there, I usually get like a sausage, egg, and
You could do that. I'm more of a bagel man.
like.
A bagelman?
They never. Any place you go and get a bagel, they never toast them long enough. So, like a crunchy bagel.
Oh.
I'm inclined to agree
you
with
have
Eric
to
here.
run it through the machine twice. You know, they use those like industrial toasters.
Okay, so this boss is just gonna hide in the wall so I can't shoot him? That's incredibly bogus.
Smart. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that sounds smart.
This boss's official name, by the way, is Death Balloon. If you're curious.
So yeah, I don't. So what? How many seasons have you gone through in Forza?
I've done summer and fall, and I've gotten enough cred that I think I can activate winter as soon as I make it back to the festival. But I was up in the top part of the map when I got that, like credibility score. So I did an off-road race that took me back about halfway, and I'm just kind of hitting events on my way back to the festival.
So how similar
fast
is
travel,
this
but it costs some money.
to like Paradise City?
I didn't like Paradise City, and I like this game a lot. This game looks much better in the sense that Paradise City was a very brown game, like it was a real 2007 kind of game.
Real 2007 vibes from that game.
But cars in this game don't really don't explode. Like your car gets a little bit of cosmetic damage, and then it goes away every time you start or finish an event, and you can never like wreck your car. So I don't know. It's a bit of a different vibe. This game feels more cross-country driving, which I really like. Like I think it's more fun than racing in the city. I don't know. Goes real fast. So does Burnout Paradise, I guess.
I would say Burnout Paradise when
Talking about Sonic? Yeah, real fast.
gotta
so
go
I would
fast.
say for my part,
That's true. He has to. Yeah.
I think this game is quite a bit better than Forza Horizon 3, which I loved. I loved that game. I had a great time with it, but I think this is a bit
Oh, what the
better.
fuck?
I think the map is a lot better.
Yeah, it could be. I've been enjoying it a lot. I haven't played a driving game in a long time.
I haven't either, but I do have a car and I drive anyway. That's the end of that joke.
Good one.
Yeah, thanks. Also, why did you lie to me just now?
About what?
It being a good joke.
Because I secretly don't like you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Secret's out, baby.
I will say that I've been enjoying the kind of like goofy events that you can do. Like early on, there's a race where you go up against a large hovercraft, and it's just kind of barreling all over the course. And they're super rubber bandy, which is very obvious. Like
Of course
if you eat shit at some point, like you realize that the guy only makes like half a second on you the whole time you're recovering, and then meanwhile, if you're going top speed, you'll get passed at random intervals for no reason. But they're pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, I find it with the default settings on, it's pretty easy, which I'm all about. I like winning in racing games, and I like doing races over and over again. So
yeah. Well, also, it doesn't seem to care if you win or not. Like, you get money and cred just for doing the race. So
yeah,
you know, you can win if you want. You can rewind at any time if you take a turn wrong and spin out or whatever. You also get lots of points for smashing up the scenery. Like, you get these kind of like car upgrades that you have to earn by drifting, but also by smashing the endless stone walls and driving through plants and trees and stuff like that. It's kind of weird.
Huh. Okay.
It's like a Burnout kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like Burnout, but you can't wreck your car.
Yeah.
yeah, I really, one of the things that I appreciate about that series is that you can it's exactly as hard and as in depth as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Like, you can just,
nice.
with the default settings, it's pretty much just an arcade racing game, and then there's all kinds of other shit that you can do if you want to.
Yeah, you can go crazy, like super deep into the tuning if you want. You can turn off all the assists. Are you playing with the driving line on?
Yes.
I am too, just because every race is a different course basically. And I figured if I was learning the courses, I'd probably want to turn it off, but that never really happens. That's one of the reasons why I prefer traditional driving games to open world driving games, because I like courses to actually be well thought through. But I have been enjoying the courses in this game. Like, I feel like they're well put together for the most part.
Yeah,
I enjoy the city races where you're like constantly, under 100 kph and just kind of zigzagging through super tight turns.
Yeah.
I'm also really bad at them.
Yeah, I feel like overall, like, that map, like the way that, like, the different bits and pieces that are all interchangeable in that game are just really.
All right, here's the obnoxious jump. So
don't have to do a lot to put a course together.
Let's see if they.
I also love driving through stone walls in that. I love
so
the way
ridiculous.
that they. Yeah, you driving through these old bits of masonry and old stone walls and stuff, and they just fly apart when you run into them, and the rocks are flying all over the place.
Are you sure you can make that jump, Joe?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, the stone walls fly apart as if they're like piñatas, basically. Or like if they were made out of like Fritos.
This is so lame.
I won.
Haha!
And I had a positive KD
Son of a
ratio. Yeah. I'm the best at Call of Duty.
Oh, shit.
Ratio?
What's your KD, bro? Positive.
1.18. Fuck. And I'm pretty excited. I've been playing this game and I've not been performing well. I'm gonna have a decent match. It's pretty exciting.
Are you playing the like PUBG mode or the like just regular?
This is Team Deathmatch, but I have played some of the. I've been kind of just like flip flopping back and forth between the modes. It's kind of fun.
When are you ever gonna? Okay, John Kerry, when are you gonna stop flip flopping? Hashtag topical.
You like some syrup with that waffle?
What?
Also, there's a character in this game that's basically Zarya.
Oh, I get it now. Is there?
Yep. One of the character classes is a big, muscly lady with pink hair, and her special ultimate is shooting a grenade launcher, which I feel like, in a world where you didn't have a grab gun, would be it.
Sure, I get it. Yeah. So they just went full in on like embraced like everybody's like an RPG character now.
I mean, you don't really like. Characters are what they are, and then the level up stuff is still like Call of Duty perks that you can do, and then there's also a million different like there's like a million different things that you level up. So like you're leveling as you level up your character, unlock guns, and then as you level up, you can unlock different attachments for those guns, and then you also level up perks and earn perks as you level up, and then there's also a bunch of other stuff for your kit that you level up like.
I'm kind of, my eyes are kind of glazing over right now.
It's fucking, like, there's this created class thing that you can do.
Yeah.
And there's like, three, when you start out, there's like one piece of gear, 3 perks. You can have 2 guns, or you can have just 1 gun with a bunch of attachments on it, and then you unlock stuff, like, constantly as you go along. I'm having a lot of fun with the SMGs. And the grenade launcher lady. There's one dude that has like this concussive thing and a grappling hook, so you can like zip in and like pound the ground and hit a bunch of people all at once. That seems like a lot of fun. I have not messed with that guy too much. There's one dude who has a flamethrower and this like radiation bomb thing that he puts down.
Huh.
So you like put it down, and the longer you hold it, the more AoE damage you do over time. But you can like kill yourself if you hold it too long.
This is a shooter we're talking about.
This is a Call of Duty.
This is a Call of Duty game we're talking about. It's fucking wild.
It's pretty wild. None of that stuff is in the PUBG mode though. The PUBG mode.
Okay,
a PUBG.
It's just guns and yeah.
Boy, really not being able to see like where the spikes are underneath me is not great. It's not a great feeling to be like, oh, if I drop and like can't see the platform under me, what's gonna happen? Oh, am I gonna just drop on some spikes and die? Cool.
I like dropping on spikes and dying.
Do you though?
Have I got a jump for you?
Yeah. Have I got a game for you? The Game Boy version of this NES game where they didn't seem to redraw anything to scale correctly.
Samus Returns. No, that's not a. You get what the joke.
Yeah,
is.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm picking up a
fucker.
down.
Not you, Joe.
I say you fucker.
This green man is giving me trouble.
Is he gaming?
I was gonna say, is he gaming?
I don't get. Oh, I get it now. Okay.
Are you
got him.
Playing Dragon Ball Fighters?
No, I'm playing the Capcom beat 'em up collection.
Oh.
Are you playing Battle Circuit?
No, I am playing King of the King. I think it's King of Dragons.
King
not
of Dragons. Yeah, King of Dragons.
Yeah. Which is interesting as a like proto Knights of the Round, proto like
D&D.
the 2 D&D games like thing.
Yep,
yeah,
it is very much that.
I haven't really played this a ton, but I basically like every time I play it, I just kind of like boot up a game and just kind of waffle back and forth between which one I'm actually beating. You can like make a save and like just come back to it whenever, so which is nice.
I forgot that there was King of Dragons, Knights of the Round, and the 2 D&D game. That's a lot of
It's 4 fantasy beat 'em ups. There's like 3 Golden Axes too. That's obviously not Capcom, but I'm just talking about fantasy beat 'em ups.
I definitely feel like I have more health here than I did in the NES version, which I think might be their way of like trying to make up for all these really bogus like jumps and things where like you can't see where you're gonna land. Like I think that's like how they're rebalancing. I'm gonna have to check that.
It's a pretty lazy way to compensate, but at least it's kind of compensate.
But at least they're compensating in some way.
We realize that we made this game shittily, and you're gonna die a billion times. So you have like 4 health.
Yeah.
You also have infinite lives?
Holy shit,
No,
dude,
I
this
do
guy
not
needs
have
to
infinite
relax.
lives. And if I die without getting a password, I get sent back to the last place where I got a password. Which in some cases is like far away ago.
Damn, you
And,
fucking
like,
tricked me.
Not a thing you would be stoked to do. But fortunately, I think I actually just made it past all the really, like, stupid nonsense without having to continue and getting kicked back. Because now I have this tornado thing where I just make my own platforms, which makes passing this a lot easier. Because I can just, like, make a tornado thing and jump on it, and then be like, oh.
Holy shit, that dude melted. This game's sick.
I say as I fucking slip into the fire and die. That's cool. That's dope. Game over! Cool. Does that mean I have to go do all of that shit again? I think it does.
I think that means that I'm going to leave. Gotta get up early tomorrow. So I hope that you enjoy doing all that stuff over again, Joe.
I won't.
It was fun the first time. It's gotta be fun the second time.
That's technically, this is the third time, because I did it last night in the NES version, you know,
Oh,
as well.
that means this time is the charm.
Yeah, right, right.
Alright, well, I'm heading out. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mike.
The cool thing about this beat 'em up collection is like you can just fuck if you get to a point where you're just tired of like a certain enemy, you can just stand in front of it and just press a button because you have infinite continues. So it's like whatever, dude. I'm just gonna feed quarters into this boss because he's annoying.
Oh,
I think you can
wow.
probably
Actually, hey. Good job, game. I actually have all the stuff that I had. I got, like, physically sent back. Which is sort of annoying, I guess, but I actually have the stuff that I got, apparently. Like the tornado platform breath, which I just got from that last thing I did. I have it. So.
Oh, he turned into frogs. They're cute.
You said you're playing King of Dragons, Alex?
Yeah. Although I think I'm gonna go play Battle Circuit.
Battle Circuit is dope. Battle
Circuit's
rules.
pretty fucking sick.
Yeah. So I think I have to go now.
I think it's playing as the yellow one? Yeah.
Let's see here. Perfidious Leaf says this Capcom arcade compilation should force you to play some sort of mini-game to earn credits or something like Die Hard Arcade. Like, those things were kind of fun in Die Hard Arcade, but I don't know that I would want to, like, force that on someone at this point who just wanted to, like, experience an old game. You know?
Damn. Just made it.
Although I do think that the PS2 version of Die Hard Arcade having the having like an in-game recreation of the periscope like electromechanical game is super dope. But it would have been equally as dope if I would have just had the option to play it instead of like having to.
Yes, I am playing as the character with the whip that sucks, but like using the whip is fun.
Which character are you playing? You're playing Battle Circuit
The
now?
girl? Yeah.
The
yellow
cat girl?
Cat girl.
Dude, why aren't you playing as the ostrich?
Because I was like, I'll do this one first and then I'll do that.
Game has a goddamn ostrich.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The game has a goddamn
I
ostrich
just-
in it, Alex.
And a little girl rides it, I know, and it has an eye patch, but
Right.
consider
What
this.
the fuck are you doing? You're making the case for it.
Consider this,
Yeah.
I just charged up my squirrel and he like exploded.
That's true. I mean, that's pretty dope. But I don't know if it's
I'm
like a
just saying.
pink ostrich dope, you know?
I don't know, man. I mean, at a certain point in everyone's life, they have to decide like what's right for them, you know? Like,
Is it a pink ostrich or
exploding.
A yellow cat girl with an exploding squirrel. And you know, that can be a hard choice. And I'm sympathetic
Mary
to that.
kill.
Oh, shit.
Pink ostrich with an eye patch, exploding squirrel, or a cat girl with whip.
Marry the pink ostrich, fuck the cat girl with the whip, and kill the exploding squirrel before it explodes and kills me.
Right, it was gonna die anyways. So.
Right. But definitely fuck the cat girl with the whip. I mean, that's not even a question, is it? I mean, anyone? Like, come on. I mean, come on.
The internet wants to fuck all of them, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. That's definitely true.
The internet probably wants to fuck the cat girl the most, but...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Rhino Nar says Dave & Buster's is coming to Harrisburg, PA soon. I assume that means you... I was gonna say, I assume that means you live in Harrisburg, PA, and I will just caution you that Dave & Buster's is like... I guess it's better than... If you have no arcades near where you live, then that's cool, but if you have any alternative, like, Dave & Buster's is probably, like, the worst arcade that is out there these days.
Yeah, it sucks.
To be totally
sucks
honest.
Ass. It's a total racket, and they never have good stuff.
Right, most of the games are redemption games. The last time I was at one, they had, like, 0 classic games, period. Like, they had you know, no classic anything.
Oh, come on, you fucker.
Eric, are you still playing Call of Duty?
Playing Destiny now.
Oh.
Why do you need some help?
I was gonna ask you to look up a thing for me.
Sure, what do you need?
I can
So I just beat the Desert Palace and got the tornado breath thing, and I don't remember where I'm supposed to go now.
Alright, you think this will be the same? Because Mike could not find it.
This is gonna be the same, I think, for both versions.
Didn't you just play this game last night?
I did, but I didn't commit the whole 2.5 hours to memory, like... Because I thought I had to go talk to the witch again, but it doesn't seem like that did anything, so...
So what did you just do?
Oh, I think I have to go back to... I just beat the desert. There's a palace in a desert.
Did you use the gremlin stick?
Did I use the gremlin stick? No, I don't think so. I think that's what I need to do.
The sand frog? Is that what you
I beat the
did?
sand frog. That's what I did. I just beat the sand frog.
Alright, now retrace your steps all the way back to Gibeah, where King Bar is at. Use the gremlin stick. He'll give you the ability to jump higher, and he tells you to go to the King's Palace to the west.
I don't know that I ever met King Gabar in the first place.
Oh, really? God, who's texting me? My phone's blowing up.
It's me, Alex. It was me all along.
You were inside the house, like, etc., etc. Yeah, scary. You're all gonna die. Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Oh, I actually think the game just kicked me, like, right back to where I needed to be, and then I, like a dumbass, I, like, went right past it, which is ironic. I feel like that incentivizes you to die on purpose in that spot, but yeah, I think I actually just... The game did my backtracking for me, and I had fucked it up by, like, unbacktracking.
The boss I was fighting was apparently named Dave, and then, like, I beat it, and then some lady shows up and goes, "No, you defeated Dave!"
You defeated Dave.
Killed the president.
Wait, is it Dave? I thought it was...
I don't know, that's how they translated
like
it here.
Steve or something. The Elvis guy? The Elvis impersonator guy?
No, that was... This is somebody else. I did that before, like,
oh, okay.
I picked up a save, like, I'm in the jungle level.
Oh, yeah, maybe his name is Dave.
They definitely just said Dave just now. Yeah.
Is Dave the gorilla with the girl?
No, that's the one who said, like, no, you beat up Dave.
Oh, you beat up Dave.
Yeah. Give me the money.
Let's see here. Perfidious Leaf offered to look that up for me, but it sounds like we've got it in hand. Eric's on it for me. So you're still playing Destiny 2, huh, Eric?
Yeah, about that new expansion.
Oh yeah, it's
I
supposed.
played through the stuff that I'd already bought like last year. And the stuff. I thought I was supposed to, and then they started giving that DLC away for free to people who bought the new expansion. I thought you were supposed to get some stuff for that, but I don't think I actually did.
I don't know.
Huh.
So I don't. Whatever. I really don't.
All right, I have to use the thing.
There's a helmet that looks like a chicken head now.
Is it like a cyber chicken, or is it like...
It's just...
Oh, you can do it that way? That's sick. What? Ah, that's how. Okay.
Okay, we're crossing a bridge. Let's see. Randonar says, have you guys ever been to Timeline Arcade in Hanover, PA? Nope. I don't think I've ever been to Hanover, PA. Just, you know, in general.
I've been to Philadelphia.
I've
When I
been
was
to...
but a wee lass. Or lad. Whatever. What? Oh. Alright, let's try the ostrich.
Do it. Try it.
I'm doing it. Pink O. That's the one.
Perfidious Leaf asks, what's the clicking noise in the background? That's Alex's fight stick.
That's my stick, yeah.
Which I'm surprised you didn't ask when I was playing with it, because I had done several of these streams with a stick.
Yeah, well, you're not obnoxious.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh no, Cade 6 is dying.
Good.
He's dead.
Wow, what did Cade 6 ever do to you, Alex?
He got a new show on ABC. Why is it not letting me do it? I don't know, the ostrich isn't doing it for me. I have a lot of upgrades in the yellow one, so that kind of...
You get the equivalent upgrades when you change characters midstream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Alright. Let's try... I don't know, I didn't like ostrich. We'll just be the normal guy.
The normal guy's like the most boring. Wait, the normal guy that's Cyber Blue or Captain Silver?
Blue.
Yeah,
he's the one I do the best with, but he is the most boring.
He's the most boring, yeah.
Just because he's strong. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Like there, I just like annihilated that thing. Like, yeah, power up, and I punch them like 4 times and they're dead. That's some like Chrono Trigger shit.
What is?
Just the way that they did that, like, effect. Upglade.
You can't... I'm
What?
really not a fan of when developers would redo Game Boy games, or would redo NES games as Game Boy games and not, like, redraw things to fit correctly. Because it's just like, make a blind jump. Oh, there's a thing under you. It just fucking murdered you because you can't see anything. So, fuck you, player.
Hey. Is that lady naked? She definitely had a jacket that was open.
She has a jacket
and then, like,
that is open, and she's topless under the jacket.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't tell.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like that you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, I do my best. I try.
That's pretty good.
So I think this is the part where, like, I can... Yeah. These dudes will make a thing for me. Oh, they can't... None of them can talk, that's right.
Just picked up a motorcycle and then, like, punched it.
Yep. That happens.
This game's pretty sick.
Alright, this is the Impersonator King, so he's like, oh, you should just leave Firebrand, and if you say no, which I keep, like, skipping too fast and saying yes, he goes, you dare defy me, and then you fight him, and then that snaps everybody here out of their hypnosis.
There it is.
Got him. Perfidious Leaf says, which game is this? The one I'm playing? Still Gargoyle's Quest 2 on the Game Boy. Okay, so I nuked that guy, which means everybody sort of snapped out of their trances. So now, I think I can get a thing from a dude in this room, which will extend my life bar by 1. And then I can also, one of these dudes will make me an item. If I get him, like, 2 components.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, Perfidious says, no, the one with the chick who's topless in a jacket. Battle Circuit.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole group of... There's a whole, like, girl motorcycle gang that you face, and several of them look like that. Like, the cannon fodder enemies look like that, and then you face these, like, really big, like, Amazonian sort of women as a boss fight, or, like, a sub-boss fight.
What?
And this fake Nathan Fillion voice is something else, man.
Is it really a fake Nathan Fillion voice?
Yeah, it's not really. They did not shell out for Nathan Fillion for this.
That's funny to me because, like, this is where he dies, and it's like, he's been doing the voice this whole time.
They didn't give a shit. They didn't give enough of a shit to pay Nathan.
It's because he was busy with that new show on ABC. Tune in now, won't you?
Are you working for ABC?
I think it's ABC. I don't give a shit.
What's happening? How much are they paying you?
And can I have some?
Not enough. No.
I'll double it.
No. 2 times 0 is still 0, baby.
True.
Screw you. You chased me, but now I'll retreat. This game's sick. I'm fighting a thing called Cyber Samurai.
Sounds about right.
And
that thing looks ridiculous. It's a really good boss thing, yeah.
As well as, unlike everything else in this game.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I did get it. I did get a stuff. I got a Bright Ingram and a Ghost and stuff. bitch.
I love that there's a bunch of characters that just won't talk to you in this version. I feel like that was how they saved space to get it to fit on a Game Boy card or something. They're like, we're just going to remove a bunch of dialogue from the townspeople. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm here, but okay, whatever you say.
Cade, oh no! What a tragedy. The smart alecky robot.
He was my favorite smart alecky robot.
He's not. Yeah.
Still that game still like cracks me up. Like I played the shit ton of Destiny 2, but like the story was like so bad.
It's just the way that it's written that I really...
Isn't there a wizard on the moon? Crazy. I heard there's a wizard on the moon or something.
That's Destiny 1, dog. And they patched that out.
True. Yeah, didn't they patch it out because, like, Peter Dinklage's performance was so, like...
Yeah. And they turned it into Nolan North.
Does Giant Bomb still give an annual Northie Award?
I'm gonna say probably.
Best use of Nolan North.
That was a...
Oh, I died.
So this appears to be one of the additional stages for this version, because I definitely do not remember this cave. Like, in the NES version, you're supposed to fight the Dagon to collect its scales for, like, a special item, and it basically just, like...
The fuck?
Is here. Like, you just kind of wander into the right spot in the desert, and you fight it, and now, like, it looks like I have to, like, play through a stage and hit a bunch of skull-shaped switches, I guess?
But yeah, that's actually this game and Forza Horizon both kind of. It's like everybody in the game world is just constantly telling you how amazing you are.
How what you are?
How amazing you are.
Oh, well, you are pretty amazing.
Just constantly telling you.
Come on! What is up with that enemy placement?
Nice.
Oh, don't like.
Sure you
Really, Alex really likes.
Don't land, or the enemy will just respawn because you'll drop just off screen.
I don't even know what this does.
What does?
It says extend.
I think it gives you more life, more health.
There was another one that gave me more health, and I already have it. That's why I was like, I don't. It's the only upgrade
I have. It gives you an extra life,
left.
actually. I think it gives you an extra life.
Oh, more bang for your buck,
right,
literally.
So you're paying in-game money to not pay real-world money.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit, can you Streets of Rage this, where you jump and you do like a knee attack? Yeah, you can.
You sure can.
Okay. Cool. Did I just like charge a move mid-combo? Is this game hella sick?
Yeah, the game is hella sick. I try to tell you.
It is.
Don't say I didn't try to tell you.
Did you? When did you try to tell me this?
I made a video about it, like, months ago.
Oh, okay.
And also, like, just now before you started playing, I was like, you should play Battle Circuit instead, because it's hella sick. I don't know if I phrased it exactly that way, but, like...
Honey.
Sweetie.
Oh, what's up? The Amazons are back. I can pass here.
Can you?
I'm working on it.
Alright, sounds good.
I'm kicking my ass, so maybe I can't. Shouldn't have done that.
Perfidious Leaf says, slightly off topic, but what's with the true final boss at the end of Demon's Crest? He just appears out of nowhere with no fanfare. No, they definitely refer to, like, the Dark Demon, and he's, like, the real bad motherfucker, etc., etc. Like, he's alluded to before you face him, for sure.
It's also a very breaking game. Motherfucker?
Sorry, what? And your mic was being weird again. I didn't catch, like, hardly any of that.
Eric!
What?
Help!
I'm helping. I'm shooting.
No, we didn't hear what you said.
I'm shooting the death block thrall. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Deep block. Whatever. I'm in a prison that has dudes of all the different dudes that you shoot.
Sure.
I love it when there's dudes of all the different dudes that I shoot.
I knew what he meant.
Yeah, there's all the different. There's like
all the different factions and the rich history of Destiny.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's what you were trying to say. Because the story is actually what is important.
Yeah, I like the part
the
where
lore,
all the guys want to have sex with me.
My favorite thing about that game is when I find a gun. So yeah, I'm pretty happy playing that game.
I say, so that's like immediate, right? Like that's all that happens in that game is you find guns.
But sometimes they're shitty guns.
Oh no.
Yeah, but then you break them down and feed them to your other guys. Actually, you don't do that anymore because they changed the way that the level up system works.
Spelled octopus wrong, you motherfucker. Now you'll die.
How dare you spell octopus wrong, you son of a bitch.
Oh, okay, you don't have to do that super fast. That's good.
Alright. So I found, I think, the two things, then this dude will make a thing for me where I can once per level, like, recover all my health, which is a very helpful item to have in a game like this. So just to go back and see that dude. Yeah, see, the new Call of Duty cribbed from Gargoyle's Quest 2, where you get an item that heals you. Once per...
That was the first video game where you got an item that...
But, like, one that you get to just, like, keep in your inventory and reuse all the time, you know?
Yep, that was definitely the first time that ever...
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's not in the Nintendo version. Only in the...
Huh. I thought it was that guy, but maybe it's not.
Got him. Oh, he's big now.
Oh no.
Damn it. These lizard dudes are so good.
Purge the buffers. And every time this low rent Nathan Fillion imposter speaks, it makes my day.
Yeah.
Meh.
It's like a fat bug.
What
His
is?
mom's a fat bug.
This boss, Pluto. It's like just a guy with like a claw hand. I know I sounded disappointed. You fucker.
So am I.
No, you fucker.
Fucking flash kicked your ass. Specifically your butt. Like your literal ass.
Shit.
Power up. I can do that too, you idiot. By the way, thanks for the reminder, you idiot.
Hey, you're the one that reminded me to be.
Oh man. I get it. Now he's all the heroes in one.
Yeah, pretty much. That's basically his gimmick, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the last guy, by the way, if you didn't put that together.
I was wondering, I was like, I guess this is the final boss, like... I'm assuming there's a second form?
I think so, but I think you have to have done something. I'm trying to remember. I think you have to do a thing for him to, like, show up in the second form, like, otherwise...
Got it. I almost definitely did not do whatever that thing was. Fucker. There you go. GG, no re. So I saw some of my friends from nursing school last night.
Yeah.
And I brought my Switch because my friend has a Switch, and like I just docked mine there, and we played Overcooked.
Did you punch anybody out?
No, but we
did
did stay up till
successful night of Overcooked.
We did stay up till like almost 4 in the morning trying to get a perfect score on like this one level because we were like, we're gonna do that. Not a perfect score, but like a 3-star, you know, whatever. And yeah, we were up super late, and I'm like been super messed up all day because of that.
Cool.
But it was fun. It's fun playing that game with like people who don't, because that game's like easily accessible. So even though none of them really like play video games, it's like just pick up the thing and put it on the cutting board. And, like, you know, we were able to make it work. It was a ton of fun.
Team building.
That's actually, we were all saying that. We were all like, dude, we should do like, this should be a thing, like a team building thing for companies and stuff. But yeah, that game's sweet. How about a vacation in Carib?
Haha. The Caribbean?
No, it just says Carib. Carib
Yeah,
Eon. This dude's doing like a JoJo pose. And he looks kind of like Joseph.
Yeah.
No, I'm just reading.
Drink.
What color is what? This one credits used to just have weird nicknames instead of people's actual names.
Yeah, all the weird, like, Japanese developer pseudonyms.
Yeah. Now it's like when you beat a game, it's like you have to watch the credits for like, well, I guess you don't have to, but you know, watch the credits
Sometimes
for like 10 minutes. Yeah, that's true. But it's like 10 minutes long, and it's like a billion people in a billion different countries, etc., etc. It's all very serious. There's always like serious music playing and stuff. This is just like all like arcade sound team. Who made the sound? The arcade sound team.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Who else would have done it? I mean, really.
Yeah. And it's like, that's it. That would be its own section in a game now that would take like 20 minutes to scroll through. Why are they all penguins now?
Why the hell not?
Yeah. No, the sprite work in this game is like really good.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. A S
S.
No, I'll put my actual name. Because AS are the first two.
Oh, okay.
So. But that's always a tempt. So it's the temptation's there every time.
Perfidious Leaf says, I miss names like Christopher B. That wasn't even, like, but that wasn't even an actual pseudonym of a person who worked at Konami. That was just like, oh, we'll just reference a bunch of, like, old horror movies. Like, the real pseudonyms were stuff like Pooh, and Nin, and Milky Ako, and Yuki-chan's Papa, and Fishman, and Inafa King. Akiman. I know way more of these.
Creator of Chun-Li and others. That's all I know. Alright, I guess we're back to King of Dragons.
There's no space to do anything on this screen and make sure that I can see the fucking...
exist?
Man. Stupid ice.
Just all you do is shoot guys constantly. You just kill everything that you come in contact with, and yet somehow they made a prison called... But it's not, it's like the monsters and shit from the... No.
They're doing experiments or something. It's evil. It's weird playing a beat 'em up where you can't throw guys. This is wrong.
Yeah, I don't love King of Dragons, honestly. A lot of people talk about how much they like it. I think it's just okay, and I think not being able to throw guys might be part of the problem that I have with it.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
These 4 armed guys are
it's a lot of
the new enemy class.
Hoffman. It's a lot of just like it reminds me of playing like a fighting game. It's a lot of like spacing, neutral. You just do one attack and then you have to dodge and move out of the way, and then one attack and then, you know.
Yeah.
It's very different. It's not like, alright, I'm gonna get in there and just fuck these dudes up. It's like, I kind of like that. I kind of like beat 'em ups that are very limited in what you can do, like compared to ones that are more intricate. I like both styles, but you know, it's like Streets of Rage 1, Streets of Rage 2, and 3. It's like they're all good, but it's like Streets of Rage 1. All you do is basically just do your basic attack and throws, and that's it. You know, you don't really need to do. You don't have all the like the back, or you do have the back attack, but that's it. Like, you don't have all the special shit that you can do, but you don't need it. It's just kind of fun just to like punch guys.
Right.
I don't know. Beat 'em ups are good. I guess is my point. This fucker again. I definitely don't like this boss music that's on like a 2-second loop that I've had to listen to a few times now. 2 seconds. Not long enough for a fight that takes like 40 bajillion hours. This guy's got a ton of health. Ooh, that's different. Ooh, he's an ice boy. Okay. I see you. I see you.
Somebody help me out, because I don't remember... Oh, no, never mind. I know what I have to do now. I was say I don't remember what I'm supposed to do, but then all of a sudden I was like, wait, there's another place over here that where I like need to go do a thing or whatever, and I remembered what the thing is. So it's all good. Where's my password boy though? Here's my password boy.
Is that your nickname for Eric?
Yes.
What? So I can't block that? I thought I could. He's almost dead, whatever, fuck it. Ooh, diamond! What's up, baby?
Alex's best friend.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little guy.
Aw.
Thank you. Now I can live in peace.
So I still need to get the Dagon scale, but I don't know.
Do.
I'm gonna go look in that desert again, see if I can find a dude to fight me.
Oh, I'm almost at the end. Nice. Hammer, let's go.
Guys' heads are their lanterns.
What'd you call me?
Alex.
Head.
Oh, thanks. That's my name.
Shoot these guys in their lanterns heads.
See, like, fighting these mummy guys is fun. They just literally, like, you can't get close to them. So you just do one hit and back off, one hit and back off, one hit and back off. And then, like, that's kind of fun, like, cathartic in a weird way.
Right.
It's not super interesting, but...
There we go. Come get some.
Oh, shit. That sucked. I leveled up and it almost killed me. Damn it! My hubris!
Should have been leveling up, man.
I went for, like, you get experience when you pick up items. Damn it, it happened again! Every time I go to pick up this item, like, I just get fucking grabbed by the ghoulies here. Now available on Xbox.
Okay, so they added a cave to the desert, but that's not where you get the thing. You still have to wait around and see if the dragon will attack you, and then fight the dragon. And now I can go talk to the dude, and he'll give me the healing item. So I figured it out. Oh man, Solid Snake is watching our stream, you guys.
Metal Gear, huh?
Metal Gear. He says, have you ever considered streaming the Lacard Chronicles? It's an amazing Castlevania fan game. Kind of looks like TurboGrafx 16. First one is more of an action
Didn't
game.
somebody mention that
somebody
the other
mentioned
day?
it the other night. I was going to play the second one because that was the one everyone was mentioning. I didn't realize there actually was a first one. I kind of thought the second one was just supposed to be a sequel to, like, Bloodlines. So yes, I have considered it, but I haven't actually done it yet. But I probably will before the end of the month because I've heard that it's actually pretty dope, so... I don't love... A lot of the Castlevania fan stuff is, like, super difficult ROM hacks of existing Castlevania games where there's just, like, a million more pits and a million more enemies and everything has a million more health.
A ton of Medusas.
Yeah, and, like, I'm not into that, so, like... Yeah. But this one seems like it's, you know...
A ton of Medusa.
Yeah.
You know,
like Deborah Maselli Medusa?
and the stone, my right, guys.
What'd you say? Ooh, you can block that. That's tight.
Solid Snake says, yeah, this one feels legit, not a janky hack. Yeah, like, that's the sense that I got. There was, like, I think I read, like, a PC Gamer, like, write-up about it that had a download link that was like, hey, this is, like, not...
This one's
Just
not bullshit.
Yeah, just not silly, overly difficult bullshit over and over again. So, you know, that's cool. I like that. When people ask what I like in a video game, I say, not silly bullshit.
That's smart.
Ain't it, though?
What? Oh, that's a command grab? You got fucking Zangief over here.
G-Lake says the one you're talking about is a nice made from the ground up fan game. Yeah, that seems to be the case. I don't even know what the hell this guy is supposed to be. Like, what? That looks like a guy with like a sort of like a wolf head, but like a bee stinger on his ass. I don't know what the fuck.
Wait, hang on. Let me check this out.
Well, now I'm fighting him, so like actually the map sprite makes a little more sense now that I'm actually like facing him in the game. Like, he doesn't look quite as janky. It's like, oh, now I see what they were going for, because he kind of does have like a cow skull with like a insect thorax.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But his map sprite looked like utterly ridiculous. So.
Okay.
Oh, now I can jump even higher.
Nice. I like his little strut.
Firebrands, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some swag. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying now about, like, blind jumps and shit, now that I'm actually watching.
Yeah, it's...
Like a wild...
Wow, I'm surprised I survived that, but I'll take it. Because again, blind jumps everywhere. Oh, this is not good. Just too low to grab onto the wall. Solid Snake says Praying Mantis of Death. Perfidious Sleep says Scyther, which I said that last night when I first saw him. I was like, wow, it's a Pokemon in my Game Boy game. Perfidious Sleep says, Joe, you should make a list of top 25 games with the least amount of silly bullshit in them.
Wouldn't that just be like your favorite games of all
yeah,
time?
I mean, I'd be like, these are my 25 favorite games, because they're the lowest on silly bullshit. I'm not really into making list videos, though, so... Solid Snake says, I still need to finish Gargoyle's quest on Super NES. Yeah, Gargoyle... Demon's Crest is the proper name, which they abandoned the naming convention. But that game is dope. I highly recommend that game. Some people don't like it, I guess, but I love that game. That's one of my favorite Super NES games. And it's available on Virtual Console, which is really nice, because an actual cart costs $80 gajillion, so...
Is it still available on Virtual Console?
Yes, because it's on the Wii U Virtual Console.
Oh, okay.
Which I think they haven't taken that down quite yet, although... for the install base of the... This is fucking nonsense. Given the install base of the Wii U, maybe they may as well. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my god, this guy's fucking... This is a quarter annihilating boss. This is where they made all their money. They're like, oh, you got to the end of this game? Give me all your money. This is a fucking mugging
still
right
King
now.
of Dragons?
Yeah, just the final boss guy. He just does like over half your life bar if you get it.
He is the titular King of Dragons.
He's the titular King of Dragons, yeah. I forget what his name was, like Seath the Scaleless, I think they said. That's a reference to another game that I like a lot.
Is it Dark Souls or something?
Absolutely it is.
Okay, cool. I thought that might be the case.
He's the King of Dragons, and that... Well, he's not really the king, but he's a dragon.
Is the Gaping Dragon the Queen of Dragons?
Gaping Dragon is just something. Actually, in the lore of Dark Souls, the Gaping Dragon is not an actual dragon.
No?
Right.
No, because all the dragons are dead.
Yeah.
Except for Seath. And he's only alive because he betrayed all the dragons. Play Dark Souls, man. That game kicks ass.
Yep, and you definitely will just learn all that stuff.
And yeah, exactly. And all that stuff will be communicated to you.
If you want to know about the story of Dark Souls, what you actually have to do is watch like 1,000 hours of YouTube videos.
YouTube videos? Yeah, yeah.
That's you know, that's how I learned about the lore of Hollow Knight. So
yeah, it's Hollow Knight borrows a lot from Dark Souls in that like storytelling way. What? I blocked that.
Except I had fun playing it. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're bad. Get good, nub.
Yeah.
Etc. 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 Damn, we're really flexing the CPS 1 muscle here on this guy.
That's what that game's all about, is how much CPS 1 muscle can be flexed.
This boss has like 2 attacks and they just all do... Yeah, they take like... Well, that one does like a 1/8 of your life bar. The other ones all do 50%. So it's just like, hey, give us your money. It's not even like hard, it's just like, if you get hit, you're dead.
Right. Get good, scrub.
Yeah.
Nub.
That's fine.
Etc. Etc.
Nub scrub.
I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me.
What about
hanging out the passenger side of his best friend ride, sucking at Street Fighter?
I don't know if that's how that song goes, but it's been a while since I heard it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna trust you.
Trust me. Yeah. You can trust me.
I do.
Definitely. How
Ooh, look at that slowdown, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it was a song about Zelda. It wasn't a technical grab, but
there's a song about Zelda. It's I don't want no shrubs, etc., etc.
And so on.
Cut him down and get some rupees, huh? I did it.
You did. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't. But that's something we all have to live with it now.
Yeah, we have to deal with the consequences, whether or not. Let's see here. Perfidious Leaf says, "Look, it's not super important that you're not in the top 10 list. I just want a video with the title Least Silly Bullshit in it." You know, Perfidious Leaf, I believe in you. You could make that video. You could do it.
But he wants to know what your bullshit is, or isn't.
Is that
a video series we can do? Bullshit is or isn't?
Yeah.
Defeated the Red Dragon. I do really like his it like freezes and then my character's swinging a hammer into his head and he's just got this look on his face of just like, ow, dude.
That is pretty great.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mr. Sensible says, would Dracula have an easier or harder time navigating a maze of mirrors? I mean, harder. He can't see himself, so he doesn't know which ones are like definitely for sure bogus because he has no reflection. So.
I spelled heroes wrong. How dare they? Early 90s, like, arcade localization.
But did they spell congratulations right? That's always the true test. Of any classic arcade or really even console game is, like, did they know how to spell congratulations?
It hasn't come up yet. I'm waiting. Game Masters. What does that mean? Is this the credits? I guess.
It's me, I am there. Hello.
Yes, it is. And there's just cool sprites running around. Shimopi. Everyone's favorite. Whatever his job is. Shimopi. HK. Somebody's just in the credits as HK. And his friend Yama and Miki Man. It's like, I missed that. It's SSS, okay. And Danny. Oh man.
Danny's my buddy. Don't get on Danny. Danny didn't do anything to you, dick.
I don't have a problem with Danny. It's just he made a game. It's neat. My name.
I think one of these mirrors leads to a boss, and I don't remember it being this. It must be random because I remember it definitely being one of the ones on the lower level. Oh, there we go.
I ran out of time.
Let's see here. Mr. Sensible says, I don't want no Deku scrubs. Profidiously says, it's been a while since I heard that song. You mean 20 years ago during the 90s like the rest of us? Probably. I don't know, unless Alex has like a Spotify playlist with like the 90s pop jam.
90s slow jam? Yeah, I absolutely do.
No Scrubs is not a slow jam.
It's not
It's
a slow
just,
jam.
it's just a jam, yeah.
Just a jam, man. Although, in anime news, one thing I'm very excited about. So JoJo, like the new JoJo started, and the end credits is always like an old song. Like it used to be Roundabout by Yes, and then it was Walk Like an Egyptian.
Nice.
Most recently it was that, like, what's that? I forget the name of that song. That like Chica Cherry Cola song that I hate. You'd know it if you heard it.
by Yellow? That song?
I don't know. I'll look it up. Hang on. It's like a famous song from the 90s, and I hate it. 90s. But yeah, hang on.
Is it one Week by the Bare Naked Ladies?
No.
Okay.
No, that's the chicken.
Cherry Cola by Savage Garden.
I don't remember that song.
Honestly. Is that it?
I don't know.
I think
Savage Garden sounds
G Lake says, "Hey guys, I'm over in Ontario, Canada. We just legalized weed, and I'm celebrating as we speak. Thought I'd check out what you're playing, and I'm glad I tuned in." So you're getting hella blazed while you're watching me play as the Red Blaze, which seems appropriate, I think.
Like the green blaze and then the
It's
yeah, you would totally know this song if you heard it though, and I hate it. But anyway, the new song is definitely a slow jam, and it starts with like, you know, a bunch of like slow jam, generic slow jam sound, and then the first line is when I wake up in the morning.
Does say that it's the song by Savage Garden, by the way. He confirms.
Yeah, no, I YouTubed it, and I regret doing that because I fucking hate that song. It's gonna be stuck in my head now. Anyway, although it works for an ending as an ending for JoJo, but this new song, the first lyrics are, "When I wake up in the morning, I'm so horny." It's, like, or I think it's "I feel so horny" or something like
yes,
that.
That really classic 90s jam.
Are you sure it's not "When I wake up in the morning, me so horny"?
So you're saying is they're using 2 Live Crew, Eric? For
I guess I can play Final Fight. That's fine. But yeah, I don't know what made me think of that. What were we talking about?
90s jams, like I Don't Want No Scrubs.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. It's amazing. It's. I mean, like when I first heard it, I like lost my mind that that's like the ending for JoJo. Made me so happy. The show's so good.
So what do we know what song that is though? The one about being so horny? Have we figured that out?
It's called "Freakin' You." By Jodeshi or Jodeshi? I don't know. Jodeci. Yeah. Sure. I'd never heard it before this, so I have no idea. But yeah, it's something. It's definitely something. Oh man, that show's so good.
I didn't realize they were still making new episodes of JoJo.
It literally just started 2 weeks ago, so Part 5 like just started. Should I make Guy, Cody, or Hagar? I guess I'm Cody because I ran out of time, but I can go back.
I was gonna say you probably shouldn't be Cody because he's kind of the most boring one. Although I do like, I mean, they're all good in their own way. If you want to pile drive everybody though, like, you know, Hagar is really the only.
Alright, we'll be Hagar. We'll do it. I love his little like squatty stance.
Hagar?
Yeah. Pile driver. Come here, you Streets of Rage looking motherfucker. I don't remember which one came first. Probably this.
Do I have to do all that fucking House of Mirrors bullshit again? I'm not excited if that's the case. Or is it just gonna let me bypass it and just like be at the place that I was?
Knife. Oh, I threw it? Whatever.
Fuck!
Stop sneezing.
Great. Oh, Jesus.
Can't stop sneezing.
Goes in tight.
Oh man.
What?
Just Hagar, his stupid walk. It's really good.
That's true. It is really good.
It's like his legs.
Walk when your muscles are that big, man.
It's that his hips are weird because his legs kind of move independent of like the rest of his hips, and which like, does that make sense?
Yes.
His pelvis is just like locked in place, and his legs just kind of wiggle around, and then he's just got a super beefy torso on top of that. Very good. Very good.
This is so fucking bogus that I have to do this whole stage over again. Are you still just laughing at Hagar's walk cycle?
No, I'm reading a bunch of texts and stuff.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's funny, but it's not. I don't know if it's that funny.
You'd be surprised at like what stupid things I will continue to laugh about. Like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. There's definitely been a million billion times where I just think of something stupid and laugh about it for like 3 days straight. Because every once in a while I'll be like, farts. Or something, like, whatever.
I mean, it's
a little bit more involved than that, but it does not take much. That's what I'm saying, is it doesn't take much. It's only a little bit more.
So, like, if it's a fart in a certain context, then it's...
Yeah.
That gets you there.
What's up, Poison? Oh, that's Roxy. Whatever. Same thing.
I don't know, man. I don't think that's true.
Is it? I don't know. They look the same.
I believe Poison is technically a transgender, and Roxy
yeah,
is
but...
not.
Oh, I didn't... Okay, well...
At least that's been my understanding, so...
I don't know.
I could be mistaken.
The only Final Fight I've ever played was 3, which is weird, but that's
oh no,
I played 2. I played 2 like maybe like 6 months ago or something, but I've basically never really played Final Fight. Oh, you know what? No, it was 3. I played 3 again. That's what it was. Yeah, I know. Anytime I'm like, oh, I'll play Final Fight, it's like, why would I do that? I own Streets of Rage, which is the same but better.
That's mostly true, yeah. G-Like says, Joe, have you ever considered doing Master of Darkness on the Sega Master System for Halloween? I considered it, and then I did it 5 years ago. And then I made Eric play it for this thing last year.
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah, that is a perfectly cromulent Castlevania clone. So, here's a thing that they changed that's kind of weird. This boss, which I already beat once, but this game's mechanics are kind of bullshit when it comes to sending you back.
Oh shit.
he is way faster in the NES version. Like when he turns into you, and then he turns into himself. And when he's himself, he swoops at you so fast that you really can't reliably avoid him. And in this, he's so slow that, like, it's trivial, actually. G-Lake says that according to the manual, Poison was transgender only to censor the notion of beating up a woman. Well, actually, the manual the manual wouldn't say that because the Super Nintendo version changed them to dudes. So, Billy and Sid, Poison and Roxy became Billy and Sid in
that's wild.
the Super Nintendo version.
Fucking Hugo just kicked my ass.
Excuse me, sir. In that game, he is Andre.
I know. Andori.
Perfidious Leaf says, so you're beating up transgender folks, which is better, or what? Yeah.
Right now I'm beating up the Chronicles of Riddick.
The whole thing?
It's just a guy who looks like Riddick. But yes.
I don't remember. I turned. Oh, I know which guy you're talking about.
Doug.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember there being a character that looks like Vin Diesel in that game, but now that you mention it,
he's just a bald dude with like goggles.
Yeah, with goggles.
On.
Yeah,
that's he's buff as fucking hell. Weirdly enough,
the truth is that in the '90s, people thought that like transgender people were just like the height of comedy, like making a joke about like, oh, it's a transgender person. Like that was the whole joke in the '90s. That would be the joke on its own, right? So
yeah,
I think that's basically like where the beginning and the end of that, which is like, oh well, we don't want to make it look like these guys are beating up women, so lol transgender people. Basically, near as I can tell.
There are people who still think that's funny.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We call them trash, which I don't know if you're familiar with.
Yeah.
It's that thing you throw away.
It's garbage.
Yeah, trash, also known by its more common name, garbage.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what's up, fat guy?
All beat 'em up's gotta have a fat guy.
Yeah.
Who, depending on the beat 'em up, will like, you know.
They usually charge at you.
They charge at you, or like when you try to throw them, you can't.
Yeah.
They like fall on top of you when you
over.
when you try to.
Oh shit, 69 seconds left. Get it?
Damn, how long until there are 420 seconds left?
I'll let you know.
Alright, cool.
I don't want to do that math.
I don't remember if it's always the same cave that is the like correct one that takes you to the place you're supposed to be, or if it's a random one. Someone in the chat should look that up, or Alex should look that up, or Eric. Someone should look that up.
Let me file drive this guy. All right,
Okay.
I'll look it up.
After the House of Mirrors, there's like a cave maze, and can you look up and see if it's always the same cave? And if it is, let me know which one, or if it's like every time you play, it's different.
All right, hang on. What is this game called? Gargoyle's
Quest 2.
Game Boy. Something. What of mirrors? House of Mirrors? Maze of Mirrors?
Yeah, one of those things.
Whatever. Walkthrough. Wait, this is NES.
It probably
You
doesn't
fucker,
matter.
you lied to me. Alright, well.
But also, I don't need a walkthrough for that. I did that already. This is right after that. There's a cave.
Okay, what do you...
There's a cave thing that you have to do, where there's a bunch of caves, and only one of them goes where you're trying to go. The rest are, like, bullshit, and they just, like, interconnect. So I need to know, is it always the same one that's the correct one, or is it, like, it changes?
Gargoyle's Quest 2. Click. This is the Nintendo one. Damn it.
I really don't think it matters.
Alright.
Also...
Yeah, but I looked at it.
No, well...
Let's see. Let's click. Alright. Mirrors thing. Alright. Control F, mirror. Okay, here's a bunch of yellow. Boss, doppelganger. Okay.
Did that.
Yeah, Naga's path. To find the correct cave, move as far down as you can go from Leth's palace and go into the cave near the dead trees. Advance through the level to get to Loose Keep.
So wait, go down as far as you can from the palace.
And go into the cave near the dead trees. This is for the Nintendo one, so I don't know if it...
Go in, there's some dead trees, and there's a cave.
Alright, well then, there you go.
So I guess it's this
You're you're at the end. You're almost there.
Oops.
There's like one more boss, 2 more bosses, 2 more levels, 2 more bosses.
Yep. I don't know that there's another level for the... I think the final boss is just like, you just talk to him and he's like, fuck you! Unless they added a level for the Game Boy version. Oh, you were looking at the NES though, so...
I was looking at the Nintendo, so yeah, maybe, I don't know.
G-Lake says, this is extensive for a Game Boy game. Well, yes, but... that's because it was an NES game first, so... Mr. Sensible says, what other games do you play as a demon? Devil May Cry?
Devil May Cry, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Whole bunch of those.
5's coming out, looks hella good.
It does, but also, like...
I mean, he's only like a half demon.
Yeah, that's true. You're half demon. It does look hella good, but I also like... I liked the Ninja Theory one, which I know like makes me a pariah, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, it should.
Except the Ninja Theory one was good, so like it doesn't, it shouldn't, because that game was actually good, as it turns out. But I didn't like Devil May Cry 4. So
what?
Yeah, Devil May Cry 4.
You gotta go. You should go to jail. I mean this like seriously. Like you committed a crime.
Excellent combat, but poor level design and bad boss.
Yep. Yep.
Devil May Cry 4 is not like amazing, but it is good.
Is it though?
It has some.
Yeah, it's fun. And it's got a bunch of different characters that all have really different playstyles that are fun.
I don't think
it's not amazing, but you know the special
even got
edition.
as far as like playing as a bunch of different characters.
It's the special edition. Once you beat it, you unlock a bunch of Which I bought that
like
when
Lady
it came out.
And Trish and
Virgil's there, but I don't care about. I don't like Virgil.
No.
Which also makes me a pariah because everybody likes Virgil. I'm like, all right, I guess. Like Devil May Cry 3 is sick as hell, and he's in that, and that's cool.
No.
But
he's pretty dope in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Fucking insane in that game. He's like super top tier.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Let's see. G-Lake says, demons to some, angels to others, Pinhead. Yes, Pinhead did say that, but he, unfortunately, the Color Dreams Hellraiser game was left unreleased, so we never got to see Pinhead in a video game. Unless you count that weird fan-made horror movie fighting game thing, which I don't really.
Talking about Mortal Kombat?
No, that does have a bunch of horror movie characters in it, but not Pinhead. Mortal Kombat 9 had Freddy and Jason.
And
then
I think 10 had somebody different.
Alien, Predator, Leatherface.
Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. I don't like those games.
I think. Perfidious Leaf says Joe dislikes Resident Evil 0, so I have his back if any game opinion police ever come after him. I think that like I'm pretty well centered on Resident Evil 0 though. Like, does anybody like Resident Evil 0? Is that a game people are like out there stalwartly defending? Because that game sucks.
I heard your mom likes it.
No.
Oh shit, got him. GG.
I heard Coffee's mom likes Resident Evil 0. Mr. Sensible says Bayonetta kind of dethroned DMC as my preferred stylish action series. Yeah, I mean like... definitely. Bayonetta 1 is definitely, I would say, is better than any of the Devil May Cry games.
I'm not crazy on Bayonetta, but they're good. That's all I'll give you. That's all you're gonna get. But they're very good. They're very good.
G-Lake says I should play Terror Dome. It's fantastic if I like horror movies. I do like horror movies quite a bit, but I also don't know that I, like, want or need to see or play, like, Chucky fighting Michael Myers or whatever. Like, that just seems weird, to be perfectly honest. I don't know. Is there a password guy in this town? Because there should be a password guy in this town. Although, actually, oh wait, never mind. Because I think that I actually am about to leave this town and go, like, directly back to where I came from. Some way, shape, or form. Yeah, that's right. I go back through the cave. And then I can go right back and save again, so it doesn't matter. As long as I don't... Okay, I have enough lives that even if I screw up, like, once or twice on, like, some of this stuff here, I'm still in relatively good shape.
Huh. Interesting.
What's interesting, Alex? Do you have something to share with the class?
No, you guys won't care about this.
Okay. It's about anime.
Do you want to hear about... Do you want to hear... No, it's about Soul Calibur frame data. You want to hear about that?
Man, I like Soul Calibur, but I do not give a shit about frame data, no.
Yeah, well...
Perfidious Leaf says, holy shit, there was legitimately an attempt to make a Hellraiser game? There was! Color Dreams was making an unlicensed NES game based on Hellraiser that apparently was going to use some weird coprocessor chip that was going to make it so that it almost looked like a 16-bit game, or it would pass as like close to a 16-bit game. But that was right when they sold to Wisdom Tree, and then it was like, oh nope, now it's all Jesus all the time. I have to talk to him before I can do that. Okay. There's only like one existing screenshot of it, and a guy who worked on it said like basically that's as far as they got, because then they were bought by the Jesus folks, and that game was on the chopping block like immediately, obviously. So yeah, but yes, there was an attempt to make a Hellraiser game for the NES. Solid Snake says they lag the game frames in Soul Calibur 6 even offline to get people used to lag if they play online. It's weird. Is that what you're looking at, Alex?
No, but I know what he's talking about. Yeah, Tekken does that as well. Namco games have built-in lag. Just so when you're playing online, it feels the same as it does offline.
Huh.
Yeah, that's their way of working around, like, frame delay and, like, you know, yeah. It's weird. But, I mean,
that's
I don't know.
That's not like an entirely unreasonable approach, I guess?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's just their way of dealing with it. And I mean, I
don't remember noticing it when I played Tekken 7, right?
I didn't even know you had that.
I rented it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's not a massive amount, you know, like, it's, I think it's like, I don't know how many frames it is, but, you know, it's not a massive amount, but it is there. Sure. You can definitely, when I played the beta, you could definitely feel it, but I'm sure it's just something I'll get used to. Like, it's fine. If everybody's doing it, like if we're all in the same boat.
Everybody else is lagging the frames, so
yeah, it's like we all have to deal with it. It's just, and I think a lot of that too was also like the network tests. The connections were not great. They did get better, but you know.
I heard that PS4
it just feels a little different.
PlayStation Network is having like problems right like today or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I
haven't turned on my PS4 in a hot second.
Well, there was that whole thing where like you can get bricked by getting a message or whatever.
Yeah, I heard that.
Is that what you're talking
No.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like there's actually like connectivity problems supposedly.
Okay. Yeah.
No, as soon as I got the first like weird like quote hot girl like trying to send me a message on PlayStation talking about how lonely she was, I immediately was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go friends only on messages here on PlayStation Network now. I think that's a prudent course of action. I only got one. It only took one before I was like, okay, let's not, maybe. What if we didn't?
I'm out. Yeah. I'll get like a text message like that every once in a while, and I'm like, how did you... Shut up.
Who are you?
Like, get out of here.
Know?
Who sent you?
Okay. You know what? Apparently I just have to like...
Ooh.
Oh no, this is...
Can you kill that ghost thing?
I can, but he's carrying a lantern. So if I do, the screen goes dark.
Okay.
Ooh, 1-up. Take that. This is like that requisite stage where it's like, use all the shit you've learned and gained so far. It's cool, but it's also like almost disappointing because it's like the only stage in the game where you actually like really have to switch between like your block breaker and your tornado and your wall sticker. Like in the whole game.
There should be more of that.
Right. There should be like from the as soon as you start getting different stuff, you should be having to use.
Yeah. Why are
stuff.
they not doing that? Yeah. Oh, that was bullshit.
What was?
Just see, I'm like a few seconds behind you, but I was just like, dude, that was dumb. You shouldn't have gotten hit. Like,
right.
No, it wasn't your fault. That's what I'm saying. Is weird collision detection or some shit.
Fucked up.
G Lake says, "Want to watch a crazy Jesus film? Watch The Last Temptation of Christ." Yeah, that's a classic. Some dude drove a bus into a movie theater because he was pissed about that movie like happening. That's a thing that really happened.
There is a bunch of salt on PSN, but also like it's pretty funny. I have not encountered any salt personally. Everyone's been very nice, but every once in a while I'll get a message or someone's like, "Oh, a good game" or something. But yeah, there is an account that I follow on Twitter that is basically not 100% PSN messages that are salty, but it's a huge chunk of it is salty PSN messages.
Well, to hear Eric talk about like his experiences with what's the card game, the Eric thing that you like?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Hearthstone?
Yeah. Hearthstone.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! That hugely popular
tomato.
free-to-play.
There's a Android game that's like.
I was
pretty
gonna say
popular.
there must be a free-to-play Yu-Gi-Oh thing that is at least marginally popular. Like that has got to be a thing that exists. So that was the second to last boss, and the strategy is like float in front of his giant head and shoot him until he dies, and use your healing item if you get low on health. But you can just trade hits with him basically, and he like goes down.
Be fine.
Yeah. So second to last boss. Good job. This is text, I think, telling me that I am the Red Blaze, the Chosen One, the true whatever, and I get a bunch of more
Maybe
upgrades.
telling me that I need to get...
The true demon darkness.
That's me. He's telling me to go to sleep.
Yeah. So are you gonna? Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah.
I'm almost at the end, Eric, though. You don't want to see the climactic finale of...
Look, man, this might... The way things are going, this might take a while.
Falling asleep or me finishing this game?
You finishing this game.
I don't think so. This is like legit the... This is the... So there are two more stages. Alex, you're correct.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a
so, but one more now. You just beat it.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, dude.
Hey, good night. Oh, you got a new power up.
I did. I've got a totally sweet fireball. Oh, but I need my stick to walls thing. Or I should say, it's stick to walls. It's stick to spikes. My stick to spikes thing. Because I can always stick to walls. And I got the infinite wing strength power up now, since I'm the true Red Blaze or whatever, so I never have to worry about, like, running out of
your
fly
wings
power.
Yeah. Got it.
Yep.
So why is there a thing right there that powers, like, refills your wing? Can you get here without getting all the power-ups?
No, because you automatically get, like, teleported to this stage when you go to the last palace spot, so
yeah,
there's a bunch of stuff that you need before you would get there. I'm just going to use the strength refiller.
Oh, there's health there.
There is. Let's see here.
You just use your little potion.
Mr. Sensible says he hasn't turned on his PS4 since the bad messages started. Yeah, I think it's...
Me neither.
You have to be, like, in-game, though, don't you? For it to work, for it to actually...
Oh, really? I didn't know that. No.
I don't know, like...
I didn't think so, but I also have not looked into it super hard.
But also, like, it doesn't actually brick your system, it just, like, you have to, like,
you have to
reset
it. Yeah.
But it's not, like, an according to Hoyle bricking of your console. It's just...
Yeah. It's less than ideal.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, it's not your PlayStation isn't broken. You just need to reinstall stuff.
Yeah.
Thankfully, like, I don't have any saves right now that I'm trying to hold on to, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. I guess that's not true. I would lose one, but whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't care about Monster Hunter because I have it on PC now.
Right. Okay, so this is the last guy.
Nice, you got this. Etc. etc.
Yep.
It's the same dude. You just talked to him.
It's pretty much the same dude, yeah. And actually, like, I think I'm just gonna take a death on purpose because I only had 2 hearts and I didn't have my healing item, so. Perfidious Leaf asks, why is it so satisfying to stick to walls? I think it's like a traversal thing, like when games have good feeling traversal, which sometimes at least partially involves being able to stick to walls, like...
So you just do the same thing, you just stand in front of his face pretty much, and
basically, yeah.
Brute force your way through it. Drink your potion.
Yeah, this one is actually, like, not... They actually kind of fixed this, because those big destructible fireballs that he shoots at you.
Yeah.
In the NES version, if you just stay back and forth where I am right now, they won't hit you. They'll like fly up high enough for you to take them out with your fireball. And it looks like they made them fly a little bit lower in this version, so they'll clip your feet.
It's actually an issue, yeah.
No.
Anyway, you won.
I did.
And that was Gargoyle's quest also.
Yes. So this is the true king of the ghoul realm, and his power has been restored, etc. And he's saying a bunch of stuff in Japanese. If you want to know what he's saying, watch last night's stream.
He's wearing like a jean jacket?
I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be like a waistcoat. People are talking about traversal stuff in the chat. Spider-Man. Everybody wants to be Spider-Man. People like the extra verticality, double jumps, wall hanging. Yeah. A game that has really good feeling traversal is The Messenger on Switch and Steam and probably on other systems by now. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But the traversal in that game feels really good. And part of it is that you have to, like, learn it. Like, not just your character has to earn the stuff to be able to do it, but also, like, you have to learn the timing and stuff as a player. If you don't, it doesn't work out in your favor. So.
Got it. Yeah, I'm curious about that game, but I haven't checked it out yet.
It's good. I like it. I played it right on the heels of Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
So I don't think I liked it as much as I might have if I hadn't just played Hollow Knight, which is like my 2017 game of 2018. Because I waited for the Switch version to come out before I played it. But it's super dope.
Yeah.
And so
it's super good.
Yeah. I'm actually almost glad too, because it would have been hard to slot into my top 5 of 2017. Which was like Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and Resident Evil 7, and then like Hollow Knight, trying to find a place in there, and Cuphead. And yeah, it would have been hard to rank those, I think, because Hollow Knight was really good.
It's super good, yeah. I've been playing Mario Odyssey lately, just kind of like filling time till Soul Calibur gets here, and yeah, I don't know. That game is fun, but it's also just very... It feels like disposable to me. Like when I'm playing it, I'm like, yeah, this is really fun. And it's like I can put it. I'll play it for like a week, and then I'll put it down for like 3 months. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's not the kind of Mario game that I'm all about. It is a very good Mario game.
Yeah.
But it's not my favorite kind of Mario game. So it's like, yeah, this is cool, but like, whatever. And then I just kind of come back to it periodically. But
yeah, I agree. It's one that a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is so great! It's a return to form like Mario 64. It's better than all the last however many Mario games." And I actually think that Mario 3D World is like, I don't know, like Mario 3D World and one of the Mario Galaxies are probably like my 2 favorite 3D Mario games.
I definitely like 3D World, like, the best out of 3D Mario. Like, that game is great.
Yeah.
But, whatever. You know, I mean, they're all good. You know, it's fine. But, that game was super good.
G-Lake says, I can't wait to play The Messenger. Yeah, you should. You don't have to. You can go on Steam and buy it right now. And Solid Snake says he's finally getting a Switch when they get tax returns a little after Smash is out. Can't wait to play as Richter and Simon in Smash. Are you Solid Snake? That's your handle, man. Shouldn't you not be able to wait to play as Solid Snake? I mean, I guess you
but he's done that already.
Yeah, I suppose.
He's got to get an alt.
Except Solid Snake was in like the worst Smash game, right? So
I guess, I don't know. I thought it was fine.
Brawl? I don't know. I didn't get into it.
Yeah, I don't get into any of the Smashes. Like, yesterday my friend's boyfriend was like, "Oh, dude, you getting Smash?" And I was like, "I don't know. I guess." Like, because every time a Smash comes out, I get it. I play it religiously for like a week, and then I don't touch it until the next one comes out. So it's like, do I even need to go through that process? Like, it's Smash. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know.
Alright, well, we've been going for 2 hours and 24 minutes, so I think it's time to call it a night.
Okay.
So, everybody who's watching, thanks for hanging out, and we'll be back tomorrow with something else. I honestly don't know what is on tap for tomorrow night, so we'll find out. Good night, everybody.